Because of the many requests or questions about how I did this to my Switch, I'm gonna show you. I got more Switch skins from Dbrand, even though in my first video about Dbrand I said I would never reskin my Switch again. I would never, ever reskin one of these again. Everything's fine, don't worry. But I just got the new version of the Switch for a better battery life, so I'll be taking this and putting it on this, but with new skin, because they're not reusable. Let's just get into it. Alright, so first things first, I took off my Joy-Cons and then I applied a screen protector. You'll want to do this before you start the skinning process. Then after that, you're going to want to clean off the system, free it of any dust, crumbs, or anything that can make imperfections when applying the skin. Alright, for materials, you will need the console signature skin by Dbrand. Pick whatever color you want. That's going to be that actual full console color. And then for the cool accent pieces, you get the Dock Accent signature skin on Dbrand. And I picked red because I love red. And then you'll also need a pair of scissors. Alright, now we're into customizing. So I'm going to do the little kickstand and the game card accent pieces. So you're going to take your original console skin and then cut out the kickstand piece and the game card piece. After cutting out those pieces fully, making sure there's no extra edges, you're going to go ahead and grab your dock accent piece and place the cutouts over it. Just like that, and you're going to use it as a stencil to cut around those pieces so you can make it whatever color you want. If you find it a bit too slippery, I just go ahead and remove the original console piece sticker and just stick it to the dock accent piece, just so it makes it easier to cut around, and then I carefully peel it off and then you're good. From here, you can go ahead and stick these two pieces on. I noticed for the kickstand, it is a bit harder to get those perfect edges. So I just go ahead and apply it. Then I actually remove the kickstand and then take a pair of scissors or just use my fingers to really press down the extra red piece that might be hanging off of the kickstand, just to create more of a seamless look. And then from there on, I go ahead and do the game card piece, obviously, and just go ahead and follow the actual Dbrand tutorial video of how to do the rest of it. We're back again with a lovely new skinned Switch. You better have watched that Dbrand instructional video of how to apply it, because you gotta apply it right, and as you can see, I definitely applied it right because I watched the video, which you should have done too. But we're going to be getting into the tedious section. As I said earlier, I don't regret it now, but at the time I was sticking each of these on and making sure they were centered and all that, I wanted to die. But you know, it's okay. And it just adds so much more flair, and just it just needs a logo, okay? So here we are, we're gonna do this, and just hang in there. Trust me, you already know what it looks like in the end, so you know it's worth it. Alright, so have at least like 2, maybe 3 pieces of small 3M paper that, you know, that's the paper that your Switch skin was originally on. Make sure you have at least like 3 little pieces, and then I go ahead and stick the logo part on like the edge. This helps you like lay it down a bit more effectively and helps kind of just like the straightness overall. But I go ahead and just stick them to 2 little pieces. I'll be putting that on probably last, but I just want to figure out where exactly I want that logo to hit, so I'm just like placing it, kind of seeing where I want it. To the most tedious part of this process, I'm taking 3M paper and removing the middle letter, the T, and then I do the I next, but I'm lining the T and the I up to the little indent part between the two air vents, and I'm kind of making that as like my middle line of reference for when I'm sticking these. And each letter I take off from the little sticky stuff, I'm using a piece of 3M paper just to line it up without having to like stick it on being like, oh crap, hey, that's really crooked. So I just do this little piece by piece, and since I have long nails, I'd be like more prone to like, you know, rip it. But this just makes you take extra care of each little letter and make sure that none of them rip or anything, and it kind of helps you guide the way you place it on. I feel like when you're actually doing this process, you can see how much it helps, but just saying it, I feel like it's not as impactful. But I'm gonna be doing this with every single letter. I'm not sticking on each letter fully, I'm putting on just like a base top stick, so I actually press down on the top of it but not the bottom, so I can go back and remove each sticker if I need to replace it if it goes crooked in any way. So for some of the letters, they don't have that flat bottom or top like the S or C, for example. So I like to actually angle the switch at kind of like my eye level a bit, and then try placing the letters on at that angle just so I can see like, hey, this looks like it lines up with the rest of it and we're all good. But that's just a little quick tip for you. Woo, now we're on to the easier part. We're adding the Joy-Con part of the logo. And so I just switched up the 3M paper to have the stickers at the bottom just so I get a better angle. But I'm kind of just placing it on and seeing like, hey, do I want it like right here? But again, I'm lining that logo up with that bottom part between the two speakers and a little bit of the letters. Just so I can see, and then I'm just removing the 3M paper, and as soon as it seems like it's in a pretty good space, I go ahead and stick it down. Last part is adding that little joystick part of the logo, and again, grab that 3M paper and place it and kind of see, like feel it out where you'd like it, re-stick it a few times. I think I only had to do it twice, and you're good.